Testing a voltage regulator with a multimeter is a straightforward process that can help ensure your electrical system is functioning correctly. Whether you're working on a vehicle, a power supply, or any electronic device that uses a voltage regulator, understanding how to conduct this test can save you time and prevent further complications down the line. To begin, gather your tools. You will need a digital multimeter, which is preferred for its accuracy and ease of reading, and the device or circuit containing the voltage regulator you wish to test. Before proceeding, ensure that you have a basic understanding of the multimeter's functions. Familiarize yourself with the different settings, particularly the DC voltage setting, as most voltage regulators operate on direct current. Once you have everything ready, the first step is to safely access the voltage regulator. If you are working on a vehicle, this may involve removing covers or panels to reach the regulator. If you're testing a power supply, make sure it is unplugged before making any connections. Safety is paramount, so ensure all power sources are turned off before you start. Next, identify the input and output terminals of the voltage regulator. Typically, the input terminal is where the unregulated voltage comes in, and the output terminal is where the regulated voltage is delivered to the load. It's crucial to know which terminal is which, as connecting your multimeter incorrectly can lead to inaccurate readings or even damage the multimeter. With the regulator accessible and your multimeter set to the appropriate DC voltage range, you can begin testing. First, power on the device or circuit. This step is vital because you need to measure the output voltage while the regulator is under load. Carefully touch the positive lead of the multimeter to the output terminal of the voltage regulator and the negative lead to the ground or negative terminal of the circuit. Observe the reading on the multimeter. It should display a steady voltage that matches the specifications of the voltage regulator. For instance, if you are testing a 5V regulator, the reading should be close to 5 volts. If the voltage is significantly lower or higher than expected, this could indicate a problem with the regulator itself. After obtaining the output voltage, it's also wise to test the input voltage. This step ensures that the regulator is receiving the correct voltage supply. With the multimeter still in place, move the positive lead to the input terminal of the regulator while keeping the negative lead grounded. Again, observe the voltage reading. It should be higher than the output voltage, as the regulator reduces the input voltage to a stable output level. If the input voltage is also low, the issue may lie upstream, possibly in the power supply or the wiring leading to the regulator. Once you have completed these tests, take a moment to analyze your findings. If both the input and output voltages are within the expected ranges, the voltage regulator is likely functioning correctly. However, if either reading is out of spec, further investigation is warranted. It may involve checking for damaged components, loose connections, or other issues in the circuit. In conclusion, testing a voltage regulator with a multimeter is a valuable skill that can help diagnose electrical problems effectively. By carefully measuring both the input and output voltages, you can determine whether the regulator is working as intended. This process not only aids in troubleshooting, but also enhances your understanding of how voltage regulators operate within a circuit. With practice, you'll become more adept at using your multimeter, making you a more knowledgeable and confident technician in the world of electronics.